Welcome to Mastering the Art of Success. I'm your host, Debbi DiMaggio. We are here today with Ricardo Sousa. He is coming to us either from Portugal or Spain today. Let's welcome Ricardo.
Today from Portugal.
Portugal. Okay. We have so much to cover. You're everywhere. Portugal, where you go? Spain, Madrid, Barcelona. You're gonna have to fill in all the blanks. So welcome. Ricardo and I just met. It was just earlier this year at our Corcoran conference in Scottsdale. So I'm so happy we got to meet. There were so many great people there, and I'm glad I got your card and we got to continue this conversation. I'm very excited. So thanks for being here.
My pleasure, Debbie.
You're welcome. Ricardo Sousa, born in 1979 in Santarém, is CEO of Century 21 in Portugal and Spain, leading a network of more than 6,000 agents and over 300 offices across both countries. Wow. At the forefront of innovation in real estate, he has been driving growth and transparency in the sector since 2004. Alongside leading Century 21 Iberia, Ricardo is also spearheading the launch of Corcoran in Portugal and recently introduced Finance 21, a new fintech platform for mortgage brokerage. Wow. Okay, that is incredible. How do you manage 6,000 agents and over 300 offices? That is just, I can't even imagine. What's your secret?
I'm losing my hair, you see.
Yes.
No, it's actually when you do things with passion, it comes easier, and that's true because it's. I started at 25 building the first brokerage, and then growing to be a franchisor of the brand Century 21. First in Portugal, moving to Spain, and I was very lucky to have alongside of me good mentors from Australia, always with this international perspective that allows you to have to look at problems and to look at opportunities with a different perspective, not yours but others. So the mentors were fundamental to this growth, and of course the family, because I was not married. Today I'm married, two kids. My oldest one, Santiago, 18 years old, Barbara, 16, my wife, Vera. And that partner, my wife, has been fundamental to make this happen because the amount of time spending outside and traveling and so forth. So that was really, really important. And being a franchisor, it allows you to have those local partners, those local entrepreneurs, amazing agents that being part of the system that we have been growing literally like a family. Because in the beginning we were small, a few, and we were able, and I think that is really important for you to feel good, for us to feel good, and for the growth. We were able to keep that proximity and that culture of family, of being close, of having a strong relationship. And to close this part, I would say something that someone teach me a long time ago, and it's been a mantra for me. If there is a relationship, everything is possible. So we focus a lot on building those relationships.
I love that. Mentorship is just the best. It's better than any education you could ever have. So it sounds like you've had a lot of mentors and that really helped your growth. And I love to hear that. Well, let's go back. Let's go on a little visual journey. You were born in Santarém. Tell us where that is. I'm coming from California. The guests are coming from all over the world. So where is Santarém? Tell us about your early childhood and how you ended up getting into real estate and at a young age. Tell us where you were and where you went.
Well, the city Santarém is a small city outside of Lisbon, 1 hour drive from Lisbon. It's a rural area. In the early days, our family were actually we were a franchisee from General Motors, so we were selling cars at the beginning, and in our family. So that was the beginning from General Motors, Peugeot, Opel, and other brands. So my passion that time and my dream as a child was I want to be a Formula One driver.
Oh,
like
wow.
uh, like Brad Pitt in his latest screen movie. Was my dream. I pursued that for quite some time. I was a driver until the age of 18, 19, go
Wow.
karts, cars, everything. Um, but very soon I discovered that my real passion was building companies and being an entrepreneur. So I was building my own drivers company and team, and that was my drive. Then I started falling in love with technology, innovation, and I was building things and working with people in new technologies. And suddenly brokerage and real estate cross my life. And actually, when the family, we sold the car dealers and so forth, we start pushing into real estate as a developer. Um, we build our first brokerage. I built it myself. Then I reached an agreement with, at the time, a company that was called Rheology Ascendant that owns Corcoran, and we reached an agreement to bring the brand to Portugal and start developing it. So my early days were basically motors, speed, and driving around. And then uh, with brokerage, what I fell in love with brokerage was the people, the
Mhm.
interaction with agents, with all the admin, the technology that we were building up. And since day one, and as I study and learn more about the market, the client's needs and the gaps, uh, what we are pursuing now in Portugal is how can we dignify and make our agents more relevant, not just from Corcoran or Century 21, but the agents in general. And I look to the US and other markets, and I try to see, and my team, what we try to see, what have they done wrong as an industry in the US? What have they done right? What we need to improve in Portugal? And actually are creating a strong relationship with other brands and other professionals to really elevate the role of the agents here in Portugal? How can we set up the role of the brokerage and the sales agents, the real estate sales agents for the future? How can we continue to be relevant and add more value to our clients?
So what sort of things are you doing? Are you talking about cross collaboration, or what are some of the things that you're coming up with to make them more valuable?
First and foremost, education.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, in the US, there's a long history of brokerage, of real estate agents, of education. Portugal, Spain, this is new. So the profession is new. The for you to understand, the average age of an agent in Portugal is below 40. It's close to 30. So it's
Wow.
a young population of agents that we need to educate. We need to train. We need to curate and select the correct tools and the correct technology for them to be more productive. So education is a big piece. The second one is the stakeholders in the market, the Portuguese authorities, the Spanish authorities, the big real estate developers, the investment funds, family office. So they need to recognize the value of the sales agent, and we need to be respected by these stakeholders. That's why we have a strong work relationship with the Portuguese and the Spanish authorities in terms of how how to build a regulation that makes sense for the consumer of today, because today's consumer have different needs than in the past. So building this regulation with the Portuguese and Spanish authorities, working closely with the main Portuguese banks and Spanish banks. So and above all is how can we use today's technology to evolve as an industry, to evolve what we are doing today with our clients and with our consumers. So we don't, what we did and what we are doing now is not necessarily what we'll be doing with our clients in the future. So that's what the kind of things that we are pursuing.
I love it. And I think with a young population too, they're going to already have the skills and knowledge to really maximize their social media and their branding, because that's such a big part of real estate now. When I started, I've been in the business 35 years. So the internet there was no Google, there was no internet, there was no social media. So some of the people didn't, as they got older in real estate, because there's people in their 70s and 80s still practicing real estate. So the technology will be great. Your younger generation will be able to pick up on that much quicker, which will propel your business faster. So correct me if I'm wrong. I've been doing a lot of research. I grew up in California, been here forever, just got my Italian passport on Friday. Could not be more excited. So I have visited Italy, and there are strict licensing for real estate. I've interviewed some agents and attorneys in Marbella. And as I understand it, and correct me if I'm wrong, because rules change, that in Spain, you do not need a real estate license. And is that the same in Portugal?
Well, in Spain, that's really an issue that we are addressing as an industry. There's no kind of licensing, there's no education needed. So it's really, I would say, like the Far West. So uh, it's an issue we are addressing. In Catalonia, Barcelona, we were able to implement. No, it's not really a license, but you need to be registered to be able to operate, and you need to have an education to start. And that's just Catalonia. We are now doing the same for Baleares, Ibiza, Mallorca, that already the local authorities have done the buy-in. We are starting. In Madrid area, we have an optional license. I don't understand why they created an optional license.
Right.
We are working with the local authorities to change that, because the responsibility that we have as agents, and in the sake of the consumer, to protect the consumer, that it needs to be some kind of licensing for it to make sense. So that's Spain. In Portugal, it's different. The broker, the company owner needs to have a license, and the company needs to have a license, but the agent doesn't need to have the license. So, and we expect an upgrade on this regulation and licensing process. And we expect by 2026, next year, an agent will need a license to be able to operate in Portugal.
I better get there quick, because I'd like to start practicing real estate, but obviously I don't have my license there yet. So you were speaking, let's go back to what we were talking about a minute ago. You were speaking about the authorities and in Portugal to work with you as a company and all the agents. So it sounds like when you say authorities, like we have the DRE, the Department of Real Estate, it sounds like maybe you don't have that set up yet. Is that correct?
No, we don't have it yet. We have our National Association of Realtors, our NAR, both
Oh,
in
okay.
Portugal and Spain. But we are not there yet. It's something that we need to pursue. Of course, international brands like ours, we are responsible, and we take that responsibility really seriously, to train to be a regulator within our companies and networks. In Portugal, we achieve that. So the market is really professional, standardized, very similar to the US, cooperation. We don't have an MLS, for instance, in Portugal,
Oh, okay.
but we do cooperate a lot. So I think technology allows us to cooperate in a way that in the past was not possible. That's why we created the MLS. Right now, we have the tools and the systems to have the information we need, and the tools to cooperate seamlessly between ourselves and different brands. Of course, within the brand, it's quite easy. In Spain, we do have MLSs, but it doesn't work. Um, and it's easy for you to understand, because in Spain, they work mainly with open listings. So no
So
one has the
everyone, so there's no exclusive. One person will have, well, one home might have four or however many agents. They're just out trying to find a buyer to match with them.
agents and
Wow.
we are doing our path. We're doing something different, working with exclusive listings, cooperating with whom wants to sell our properties. But that's a process that's undergoing in Spain at this point. We already have a very big group of agents outside of our brands that are following the same path. CRS is really strong in Spain and growing with a partnership with NAR. So they are training a lot of independent agents and brokers on how to get an exclusive, how to work. But it's really different from Portugal in that sense, Spain.
Well, you have to change the mindset of the seller, the client, and the buyer, I suppose. So you're trying to educate the agents to go to the sellers to say, give us an exclusive listing. So it's just you're changing a lot of people. So that's hard, but I commend you on that. How many offices do you have throughout Portugal right now?
Portugal alone, we are at 220, reaching 220 office and reaching 5,000 agents.
Wow, that's amazing.
Across Portugal, all our islands, we have two beautiful regions that are in our islands. It's Madeira.
Okay.
Uh, Search it out. You need to come and visit. It's beautiful. We have the Azores. It's the closest one that we
Okay.
have to the United States. It's nature at its pure state. It's
Wow.
come and see. It's like 9 small islands, several small islands. It's very, very, very nice. And Portugal. In Spain, we have close to 80 office now, 1,000 plus agents. Basically, we are starting in Barcelona, Valencia, so the Mediterranean coast, Marbella. It's one of our strongest regions, Marbella, the Costa del Sol, as we call it. We have office in Ibiza, the most popular party island. We are now opening also in Mallorca, the other island in
I
Balearic.
really want to go to Mallorca. That looks amazing. My daughter was there last year. It looks stunning.
Beautiful. And for luxury properties, it's something spectacular.
And do you also handle rentals? I know a lot of people like to just come visit. They may end up buying. That's how we bought a house on vacation before.
Mhm.
Do you also help with people finding rentals for summer or for short term?
Yes, we have a specific office that are specialized in short-term rentals. Everyone does rentals but at the long-term rentals, but short-term Ibiza is quite strong for us. For instance, the short-term rentals, coastal areas, all our office are doing it because it's a need for that our clients have, especially the investors that buy with us that request that service from our agents in office.
Awesome. So a lot of I don't know if it's still happening, but a couple years ago, and maybe it was during COVID. I don't remember when it first started, but I do have a friend who moved to Portugal. How are Americans and Canadians and what other countries are moving, and are they still moving to Portugal? I did hear that the golden visa, I think it was, I saw on Instagram that it stopped. Tell us the process, how it's changed, and how to move and relocate to Portugal if someone wanted to. And
Uh, Spain had bigger changes. Portugal, there's still a lot of options for you to get a visa in Portugal, um, in across the country. The number one client right now coming in is US, followed by France, Germany, Brazil, a very strong market for us as well. And depending on the region, you have different nationalities coming in. We were very strong with the Asian market. Right now, not that strong because the visa that they would prefer that just put 500,000 in property and that everything is automatically that's over. So
okay.
the authorities are looking to attract different kind of investments and different kind of citizens. So that has changed. But uh, the US has become one of our major clients. I think One, we have now several flights coming in from different cities of the US: San Francisco, LA, Miami, Boston, Chicago, New York, coming into Lisbon, Porto, and Faro, and Azores, of course, a lot of flights there. And we have Comporta. Comporta has become a destination for US. It's like our Hamptons. It's just
Oh, wow.
1 hour drive from Lisbon south, going south. It's beautiful. The beaches there, long sandy beaches, the nature, the luxury market there is something that you need to come and visit. Actually, we are receiving dozens of Corcoran agents this last couple of weeks and months that are coming and visiting as tourists and as looking in what kind of
Right.
market we have now. Algarve is also a region that is very attractive for UK buyers. Traditional UK and Ireland are very strong buying in Portugal, Spain. The difference between Portugal and Spain, our international market is high-end and luxury. If you go to Spain, they go from areas like Alicante, Murcia, that you will have a front beach house for less than 200,000 euros. And of course, when you go to Marbella or to Mallorca, and you have the 20, 30 million villas. So it's more, the range is much bigger, so you attract different kind of clients and investors in these two markets. Portugal has become more selective in that sense. It's smaller, more boutique, it's more nature, sustainable. It's different.
So let's say Portugal, someone wants to come in, let's just say US, someone wants to relocate. What do they have to do to relocate to and to be a citizen or to be able to stay long term in Portugal?
Well, the process is quite easy, and what we see in terms of opening a bank account, get your mortgage here. That's much cheaper than the US. The agents, especially if you select one of the international brands, you will find a very similar service that you will find in the US. The lawyers that have partnered with the state agents, they are very proactive and very experienced and seasoned on taking care of all the paperwork for you. For instance, in our company, we have integrated mortgage brokerage. So all our agents in our office are ready to not only advise you on all the legal aspects, becoming a citizen, to open your bank account, to get your paperwork done. And it's very fast nowadays to go through all this process. And I'll be more than glad to share with you, Debbie, and so you can share to all your listeners and followers very simple book on what you need to invest in Portugal and Spain
That
and to
would be
get.
wonderful. Yeah, I'd love that. We're going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back with Ricardo and Mastering the Art of Success.
Did you know that your beliefs create your entire reality, but it's the subconscious beliefs that do most of the creating? Belief shifter and life coach Shiraz can help you identify those limiting beliefs and eliminate them, often in a single session.
Like, it was almost instant. Like, I had relief right away.
Creating better health, relationships, careers, and finances. Let Shiraz help you step out of safety and into awareness.
Definitely something's happening. It's like a flow inside. Yeah, it feels good.
Whether in person or online, Shiraz provides personal coaching, belief shifting. Visit Shiraz at energeticmagic.com or call 416-529-7429. Energetic Magic. Find your greater happiness. Be well. Be aware. Be magical. Mike Zoric, a three-time California state champion in Greco-Roman wrestling at 114 pounds. Mike, blind since birth, was born in Hartford, Connecticut. He was a 6-time national placer, including 2 seconds, 2/3, and 2/4. He also won the Veterans Folk-Style Wrestling twice at 152 pounds. In all these tournaments, he was the only blind competitor. Nancy Zorick, a creative spirit whose talents have taken her to the stage and into galleries and exhibitions in several states. Her father, a commercial artist who shared his instruments with his daughter and helped her fine-tune her natural abilities, influenced her decision to follow in his footsteps. Ms. Zorick has enjoyed a fruitful career doing what she loves. Listen Saturday mornings at 12 Eastern for the Nancy and Mike Show for heartwarming stories and interesting talk.
Welcome back to Mastering the Art of Success. I'm your host, Debbi DiMaggio. We are here with Ricardo. He is coming to us from Lisbon, Portugal. We're talking about Portugal, Spain, Madrid, Lisbon, Barcelona, and he is going to give me a little booklet. So if you want to relocate from from the US, let's say, to Portugal or Spain, he's going to present that to me so I can, if you reach out to me, I'm happy to share that with you. So let's dive into just more about you, Ricardo. So since 2004, you've been leading growth and transparency in the real estate sector. Looking back, what were some of the most pivotal decisions that shaped your career and success?
Well, by focusing in what I'm doing now in the project at Century 21 in Corcoran, we had a huge moment. We started in 2004, at the end of 2004. So we really launched our brokerage business. We were very excited. I was 25 years old at the time. So I was dreaming on doing something big and incredible and growing very fast. And 2007 came, and the financial crisis came, and everything went, well, it's over. Will we close it down? What will we do? We're just launching, putting the money in. Nothing was happening. We already have agents. Our first office open, and that was a moment that we had to make a decision that what really is important and what really matters changed that time. And we were in the position that we need to be there for our people, for our agents, for our brokers. And at that time, it was not about the money. It was about the people. Because how can we help them survive? Being independent contractors, you live on a commission, don't have anything. Transactions were not available in the market. There's no mortgage available for anyone. And that was a moment that we changed the way that we were looking at the business, and they changed the purpose of our business. It's not let's go out and do a transaction and let's go out and it's helping people, being side by side with our clients that were being foreclosed, helping find a solution. So that really shaped us as a company and for me as an individual. That was a moment that we were forced to see what really matters in life, and it's not the shiny things, not. And that was the moment that you saw who do you really have by your side, who is your friends, who are the real partners that you have in business, or the ones that would run away as fast as they could. They would run away from you, from business. Oh, real estate, I'm going away. That was a really life-changing moment for us, for me personally, and we were able to rebuild, refocus, change the plan, because the plan was one that we really need to change very fast and need to be agile. We need to really be who do you want by your side in that moment is different. So that reshaped us as a company, and me as an individual. So that was a really crucial point in my life in real estate and personally. The second moment that really shaped us and me personally was COVID and the pandemic. We need to make a fast decision. We were doing our conference. We do it every year. We had 2,000 people in the conference room, and 1 month later we were closed. We had the lockdown. In Portugal, we had a national lockdown. In Spain, a national lockdown. It was like tomorrow everything is closed, and we need to act fast in terms of, again, and for the experience that we had in the past. Okay, how can we make it possible for agents to continue striving and helping their clients? How can we help everyone to keep their sanity and being alive, literally alive? How can we close all the office? By that time, we had more than 100 office already. So close down all the office. How can we continue servicing our clients? Guarantee that all our people get paid on time, their salaries, their commissions, everything that was going on. How can we keep the momentum going? And this was the moment that we jumped in terms of not only as the perception in the market, but our market share. Because not only we kept going, we invested. We went on national television with how to adapt to the situation. So our spots were not pure advertisement. It was helping people that were locked down how to adapt to this new situation. And we invest a lot in advertisement during that period. Fortunately, we were always a tech company, so we were investing a lot in technology. So we were doing a lot of webinars, a lot of podcasts by that time. Everything very active with our agent, with our customers. We were able to build with the Portuguese banks workflow that allows us to get the appraisal, the mortgage, everything ready. And during that period, what we also were able to do with the Portuguese and Spanish authorities was we need to get our agents on the street again. We need them to doing the showings. We need our office open, because what we do is really, really important. At this time in Portugal, everything was closed, everything. And we were able to open the real estate office during the pandemic. So we were able to negotiate that with the authorities.
Wow.
Alongside with other sectors that we partnered with other sectors to get our agents there. So it was also a moment. I think it shaped all of us, but for us as a real estate company, as a brokerage, what we clearly got to understand and get the sense of responsibility is the importance of what we do as an agent. The need of our service is really important. People value what we do. And we saw that during the pandemic, that people were expecting us to be there, expecting us to do the showing, expecting us to be there when we're signing the final contract, expecting us to be there for the mortgage. And that was really, this makes sense. What we do matters, and what we do matters today and will matter in 10, 20 years from now. And technology will only empower us more to do more for our clients.
I 100% agree. Clients rely on us for so many things. When I get done with the podcast, I'm going to go pick up my neighbor who's 89, and I'm going to take her to register for the retirement home she's moving into. I mean, no AI, no robot's going to do that. She needs my help, right? So yes, technology, 100%. It's helpful and it will help us improve and take better care of our clients and have access to information. But I do not think anyone can replace the real estate agent. So when we were going through lockdown, I remember how fast things were moving, right? It was all of a sudden everything was shut and you're like, what? And it's amazing how quickly different companies or types of companies evolve from remote working. I don't know how long it was. I don't think it was a week. We became essential at some point. I think it was about a week. We became essential, and then there was all kinds of documents that we had to go through, and those changed and evolved. But our real estate offices remained closed. So how long were your offices closed when there was lockdown? And were there any restrictions? Because ours were closed. We got to go, no open houses, but we were able to show property, only 3 of us in a house at a time. Tell us about what it looked like for you. What was that landscape?
Well, it was, I think, for most of us and our agents, it was a very stressful moment. The uncertainty and all the news, and so our main driver at that moment was we need to be interacting with our agents daily basis. So we had a lot of training, webinars, interactions with them, and as I said before, open the office was very important. So we were closed, I think, for more than 3 months until we
Oh,
get the
wow.
approval of the authorities to open it, and because we were doing showings, but the office was closed, and
Same.
we
Yeah.
were able to open the office. That allowed the agents to come in, of course, following a lot of
Right.
um,
Protocol.
the agents to come in, the clients to come in, to go to the visit, and that was really a process that made us understand the importance of what we do. And it was very stressful. We have agents that died, we had families, members that have died, get sick, and being the sense of community between agents, it's amazing. The support that we can give to each other, that sense of belonging to this group, not only within our company, in our brands, but outside of that as well. And that was really important to go through all of that and come out of it stronger as an industry, as a company, as our brands. That was really, really important. Again, I think it's in during those moments of tension and shifting moments and uncertainty, we need to be creative. You need to, okay, this is we are here. Okay, take it.
Right.
Let's go. And what can we do? And what was interesting when we took advantage of that adoption of new ideas. It's much easier during these times. Adoption of technology. So we had the technology, but people were not using it. So we took that moment to get the adoption rate to a much higher level. We were able to implement new things, new ideas. We were able to train more people, so people were eager to, okay, I need information. Give me. So if it's a moment that creativity plays a very important role in our lives, in our, even at home with my family, with my kids, doing new things, spending,
Right.
having fun, taking advantage. And looking back today, of course, with respect for all that happened, I can say that I was fortunate enough and lucky enough to those lockdown days, we enjoy it. Being the 4 of us close together, what we have done, and we were lucky to have the 4 of us in one room. And
Right.
of course, that's different for many people, what they have to live for. And that's why, as soon as we could, and we fight to open the office, we fight to come back to the office as soon as we could. And if you follow protocol, is safe,
Right.
and what we are doing is important, and that was the interpretation of the authority as well. But we felt that a lot of our agents were not as lucky as I was. They were alone in one house.
Right.
A lot of our staff were not that lucky. They were in an apartment, not able to go out. They were alone. And so opening back the office, going back to the streets was really important to our people, and that's why we fight so much to make it happen. And what we do and the impact that we are doing really matters. So we were able to achieve that. That's why I think, and I mentioned that as an important moment in my life personally for the company, because it really, again, make us more conscious of what's really important and the importance of what we do.
Right. Has it been so? Well, you went back to the office sooner than we did. It's been hard. It was great because even though there was Zoom before COVID, everyone was forced to use it. So we started using it. We started doing webinars and trainings, and everything was done from home. But then I feel like after it was great, and we had our family under our roof, and I feel very fortunate too. And I love learning all the different tools and being creative and just adopting so many different things. Like you said, we were forced to because we were in lockdown. So where was I going with that? So now I find it's hard to get people. We want to get people. We're part of 29 Corcoran office, and we oversee 2. My husband's the broker of one of them, or the Northern Piedmont and Oakland office. Anyway, it's been hard to get people to come back to the office because you do want to bring people. You want to be around people. Yes, it's great to be able to work at home and you're out doing your job, but it is also nice to bring and have that community. So is it hard for you to get people to come back to meetings in the office?
That's a challenge for a lot of companies. We didn't face that challenge, one, because since day one, we lead a little bit by example. So the agents want to go do the showings, they want to be part. But all our staff, all our admin, we came in to the office. I was personally visiting all the office within the lockdown period, making one, it's safe. You can do it if you follow the protocol. You need to feel confident on that. Don't stress out, because if you follow protocol, is safe. So leading by example, and of course, I think for the agents, we are social people. No? We want to interact. We need to be around people. Of course, a lot of things have changed. The time spent in the office, but we didn't found, for us, it's not an issue, because we do have that community, that sense of belonging, and we really work to have that culture of being together, of being close, of not fun, let's do a party, but really to be there for each other, and to support the agents, and to have the admin people in the office. So we created that culture. So for us, it was not difficult to come back and to be in the office, because we do believe in the power of culture.
Right.
We do believe in the power of authenticity. And for that, you need to be in, you need to interact, shake hands, hug. And we are huggers, as you know, in Italy, Portugal.
Yes, absolutely. No, I believe it's definitely great. Yes, to have celebration and parties together with your agents, but also to have people in the office, because when you're in the office, deals happen. You hear about things you might not hear of. I mean, there's been a number of times where you're just chit-chatting and you say, oh, I have a client for that, and then you just put a buyer and seller together. So it's super important to be in the office as much as you can. So you've spoken, well, you came from technology, you embrace a lot of technology. Share some of your favorite platforms or tools that you use to help your real estate agents.
Well, that has been, and myself as a decision maker for the company, that's a big challenge, because every day someone is trying to sell us something new,
Yes.
something that is gonna blow your mind away, gonna give you'll be more productive, your agents will improve, blah blah. So every day something new is coming up, and for us and for the agents, is more today. It's really more about which technology to use, which technology really make an impact and create value to my clients and to my daily activities. So what we are really doing as a company is making ourselves an open box that we can easily integrate with different kind of technology, different kind of platforms on how we can improve. Above all, we don't want our agents to log in, log out in different platforms, and we want to centralize. And today there's a lot of technology. They call it single sign-on. So it's quite easy going into one single point. You have different tools, and each one of us will have different needs. If each one of us will have, I value more this, I value more that. I need more help on this point, on that point. But we are really focusing on not the shiny things, the sexy things, but the things that they don't see, that the back office that allows us to be more productive. Of course, AI is really moving quite fast.
Yes.
I think we all should be very careful on what we choose, because we are just in the beginning of this revolution, and a lot of things are coming quite fast. So don't commit long term to any technology, because this is really changing fast. And what will happen with blockchain, quantum computing will be, I think, the real revolution is still to come, and how we embrace that will make a lot of difference. So one technology, I'll not dare to say one, because tomorrow,
Right.
but it's something that's really, we do have our own developers. So we code, we develop our own technology. We have a lot of APIs, so that allows us to connect with the preferred tool of an agent. We can integrate and make it easier. We are negotiating with different kind of platforms, but it's really hard today. I think the biggest challenge today is to choose wisely what technology to really adopt. But we need to be open, we need to experiment, and that's what we try to do, and be excited with the moment that we are living with all this new technology.
Yeah, it does. It comes at us so fast. And you're right, how it changes. Don't commit. I committed to ChatGPT for a year on their high level, but then I just got an email today about, oh, the perfect one for agents. And and then I'm like, oh my God, I have to go cancel that now because that will be, it's just amazing. Oh my gosh. So, okay, Finance 21 and the future of real estate. You recently introduced Finance 21, a fintech platform for mortgage brokerage. What inspired you to create it, and how does it change the client experience?
Um, our concern is, how can we improve the experience of the consumer, the one that is buying and selling house? How can we improve that? And most of our clients here in Portugal and Spain, they need a mortgage. And what we have done, we have all our brokerage, all our office are certified by the Portuguese Central Bank and by the Spanish Central Bank to be mortgage brokers as well. So we see this as a service to our agents and a service to our clients. In a one-stop shop, you can get your pre-approved, you can be pre-approved, and you can get your mortgage in the process while you select your house. And Finance 21 allows us to incorporate technology in this process. Today, we are connected through an API with all the Portuguese banks.
Wow.
So going to Santander is the same thing to going to one of our office. So we can get you pre-approved in the moment. We can get all the information, all the documents, contract, and you'll be set to own your own property, either for resident clients or non-resident clients. And for us, it's all about the experience of our clients and making sure that our agents are able to really service and add value to our clients in this process. It's complex. In Portugal, it takes time. So everything that allows us to make it faster, safer, and more in a more transparent way, it's easier. So you imagine you come to our office. In minutes, you'll have a proposal to get pre-approved from all the main banks in Portugal. So we
Wow.
can, it's instantaneously. Okay, I want this one. Okay, let's move forward. We are integrated with the Portuguese tax authorities for the Portuguese clients, of course, and we can get instantaneously all the legal documents you need to get pre-approved. So you don't get to do this or that. The same thing with the social security and so forth. So technology allows us to do this. So for us, Finance 21 and this fintech is having the technology needed to serve our agents and our clients. So we didn't create a new company. Let's do a new business. We integrated to serve our agents and our clients within our ecosystem, and that's what we are searching and striving for.
That's incredible, because usually they'd have to go to one bank at a time, right? And you're just making it kind of a one-stop shop. That's incredible.
Mhm.
Wow. Well, tell our audience how they can get a hold of you, and yes, and anything you want to say, share with our group.
I'll just say thank you. I'm so grateful to be here. From when we met in Scottsdale to today, I have a friend once told me, don't do business with friends, but make friends in business. And I'm so happy to be able to call you friend and to invite you to come and visit us in Portugal and Spain and spend some time. So I'm so grateful for this opportunity to be here with you and all your followers that can follow me in Instagram, LinkedIn. That will be the main ones. I'm trying new things now, like TikTok, but Instagram and LinkedIn will be the best way to find me and to connect with me. And anything in Portugal or Spain, help to find a good agent to send a referral, or if you want to get some business from Portugal, Spain to the US, we have investors going in to the US, mainly the Newark, Boston area, San Francisco as well, Miami. A lot of clients from, especially in the hospitality investors are going in. So if you have good opportunities, let us know, and we'll send our clients as well. And looking forward to host you here in Portugal and Spain.
Wonderful. Well, I, for one, will be visiting soon, and I appreciate all your information. Be sure to send me the how to relocate there, and also send the information, if you could, on the mortgage. If there's a checklist on how to obtain a mortgage, I just love to learn, and I just think it's fascinating. I just want to congratulate you on your success, and I'm so happy you are partnering with Corcoran as well. And it's been a pleasure. Have a wonderful evening there. Thank you, Ricardo.
Thank you, Debbie.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Tune in each week for another episode of Mastering the Art of Success with host Debbi DiMaggio. Thursdays, 2 p.m. Eastern. Real stories, real strategies, real success.